Good morning, welcome back. It is Monday, Mailbag Monday, once again, where we're going to look at 20 of the NASCAR hero cards at random that I did pick up in a large trade about a month ago. So our Mondays are probably going to be already packed for the balance of 2023 with hero cards. So I think there'll be no complaints from anybody. I think we all like this. It's kind of fun to see so many different ones from the past and the present. So we're going to start off from 2006. Look at that, Eric Almirola with Spears Manufacturing. That would be Wayne Spears. A lot of different drivers have driven this truck, including Kevin Harvick, David Starr, Bobby Gill. Oh man, the list goes on and on and on. Bill Sedgwick drove for their West team for a while, so a lot of different people have went through the Spears Manufacturing team and went on to bigger and better things. Up next, from 1990, this has got to be 94. Tim Fedewa, Busch Series driver. This was the DR Racing team. So there you see, I was just looking at this, the team completing 2 Cup races, 94 and 5 in 95. This team wanted to be full-time in 96, but they didn't quite make it. Of course, they were one of those teams that always was having a rotating door of sponsorship. Up next, from 1995, we have Bobby Hamilton, Kyle Petty for Felix Sabates, with a Busch Series team for Sabco. This next driver, I think, was pushed to Cup too quickly, and many people, I think, agree. Not sure what year this is from, but it's early 2000s with Fitzbradshaw Racing, and it is a blank back, so I'm not going to turn it over. But Casey Atwood, look, I just now noticed that logo, the Fitzbradshaw logo, done up like the Pittsburgh Steelers logo. Let's see here, this next one from 1998. Truck Series driver, Wayne Anderson. I don't know much about Wayne, but I remember the name. I'm not sure if that's his own truck or not, but there's some information. Y'all can pause that and read that. We have a bit of a newer card from 2000, looks like it's 2013. Mr. Kyle Busch. You see he's actually got a bit of a smile on his face. He's happy, he's winning races. And he knows in 10 years he'll be driving for Richard Childress. Up next, again, this is a newer one. I don't know if it's from 22 or 23. But it's Chris Buescher, Brad Kay. Of course, Buescher looking for 3 wins. Well, of course, I say that. I don't know 3 wins in a row. I should say I'm recording this before the Brickyard race. So we'll see what happens. What is this one? This one is from 2023, Kevin Harvick, for his last Cup season. I don't mind the Hunt Brothers pizza. It's all right. I'm not like a big pizza guy in terms of, oh, this pizza's great, this pizza sucks. Every pizza's got its own thing. I don't have a favorite, and I don't have one that I'm like absolutely not going to eat. But, you know, it doesn't matter if it's a chain pizza, you know, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, whatever, or one of these folks like the Hunt Brothers, Godfathers, the ones that are in the gas station type situation with the little cafe, a few others. You know, the local guys, always try to support them when I can as well. So always different styles and flavors of pizza. Up next, from 1995, Bobby Hamilton, when he was driving for Sabco/Dick Brooks Racing. This team always seemed like an afterthought to me. Kyle Petty's 42 was always going to be the front and center car, and that car just never lived up to its potential. Next up, this one also looks like from 1990, 96 is what it's looking like. Magic Shoes, Mike McLaughlin, with the Royal Oak team. This was the C.C. Welliver team. They had some pretty good success. They were always a title contending team, just always bit with bad luck. Next up, let's see what year this is from. I know this is going to be late 90s, perhaps. Looks like maybe 96 or thereabouts. Mike Dillon. Of course, this is the father of Austin and Ty Dillon. Spent a couple seasons driving the Detroit gasket car for Ron Parker. There's a good look at Mike Dillon. And there you see children Austin and Ty. So Austin and Ty made an appearance by name today. I know this one is from 1995. Driving for James Finch, Jeff Purvis. So it was really strange to see a James Finch car not numbered 51 during this era. I'm not sure if this was a Jackaroo thing, but I believe Jackaroo was one of the Hooters brands, because it seemed like they had some ties with the Hooters branding at some point. Up next, this is just kind of a career card. Doesn't really have a year on it. But Uncle Brendan Gaughan. So there you see his Napa truck, his off-road stuff, his Xfinity Series car, and then some other stuff. Of course, he works at the South Point. His family owns that. Or at least they did. I'm not sure what the ownership status is like. So here up next, this looks like 2002. It's kind of a different one here. It's it says Miller Motorsports, but apparently it's welding equipment. But they must have been a sponsor for Harvick and Green back during this time. And look, and get these custom welding helmets. That's pretty cool. We have another Spears driver here from 2000, Marty Houston. Of course, his career didn't pan out as well as some of the other drivers. There's a good look at the Spears rig and some information about Marty. Marty, one of the sons of Tommy Houston. Next in line here, I know this is mid-2000s, maybe 2010, 2011, thereabouts. The Geico truck, Max Pappas. I believe this is still Germain Racing. There's the truck. There's Mad Max. Of course, he was, again, we talked about yesterday the open wheel invasion. Max was part of that. We have one from 2023. Ryan Preece. Ryan looking angry there. Maybe he had another dust up with Corey LaJoie or Kyle Larson. And of course, back here he's smiling because now he's got some pizza, and pizza makes us all happy. Got another one from the late 90s here. Looks like 1997. Channel Lock. Phil Parsons, when he was running his own Busch Series team. He did have a couple wins in his own Busch Series cars, one in 82 and one in 94, but never when he went full-time. When he went full-time, he went winless, which I thought was really strange, and he's always generally up front a lot. Looks like this next one's from 1998. Royal Crown Racing for Stacy Compton. He did pretty good in this team. I don't remember. He might have snagged a couple of wins, but I'm drawing a blank. There's a little bit of information about Stacy Compton, a little bit about his career, and a little bit about RC Cola. I haven't had an RC Cola in a long time. But we're going to end this with a card from 2000. Another driver, initials RC. Rick Corelli. The Carlin burners and controls. Of course, if you remember, it was around this time that Corelli had that brutal crash at Memphis. He's one of the few drivers to survive a basilar skull fracture. Others include, obviously, Ernie Irvan and Stanley Smith were two that immediately come to mind. There's probably a few more, but it was a pretty hard hit, and he had a bit of a recovery, and this was, I believe, after his crash. But Rick Crelly did make a full recovery. He's now a spotter. He was with Gibbs, but I don't know who he's with now. But at any rate, that is our video for the day. It's just a little over 10 minutes. So tried to give you guys fronts and backs, give you good shots, give you a little zoom in, and share with you some of the hero cards that we've been picking up. And like I said, this huge lot is probably going to take us to the end of the year, maybe even a little bit further. So anyway, this has been Mailbag Monday. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you at noon for Fast Packs.